back. I have the pleasure of hosting members of a particular team that I've been admiring for so long. They're called SAMI. Of course, Peter will tell us exactly what that is all about. But it was the 17th, am I correct, of June? Now, 19th of June was the Sickle Cell Day. And everyone across the world had to draw attention to the plight of people living with a sickle cell disorder. Now, we have Peter and Sickle are here this morning from agencies that, deal with people with sickle cell disorder to talk about the awareness, creating awareness, and of course to educate the public as to what is sickle cell disorder and what can be done. Good morning, Peter. I like the fact that you're wearing your t-shirt, and good morning, Sickle. Good to have both of you here. Let's first of all explain to people what sickle cell is. The Sickle Cell Advocacy and Management Initiative is where you're from, and you're the project coordinator, so please educate people. What is sickle cell disorder?
Yes, good morning, everybody. So, sickle cell disorder is an inherited blood disorder that affects our red blood cells. Now, the usual red blood cells is round in shape, but when it comes to sickle cell, it's like a banana shape. Why? Because it deoxygenates, it loses oxygen while it passes through our veins. So, it's basically a disorder that affects our red blood cells, and it can cause a lot of things. So, that's the simple definition of sickle cell disorder. Now, how do you come about sickle cell disorder? We have an hemoglobin that is protein in the red blood cells that causes our blood to actually be red. Now, this same hemoglobin is passing oxygen to our body, and in this hemoglobin carries genes like information. Now, your genotype basically is telling your body that, oh, this is how you should behave. This is also for everybody, and everybody has an hemoglobin. Now, the usual hemoglobin that we have is the A, also used to represent adult hemoglobin. But when it comes to sickle, there is an S gene. Now, to have sickle cell, you must either be AS and AS or AS and AC. But there are different variations. We have different categories. So, sickle cell disorder is the most common disorder in the world, and Nigeria has the highest body across the world.
Wow.
Now, sickle cell disorder is not a black man disease. It affects everybody. Somebody somewhere has a family that has sickle cell disorder.
Okay, so this is where my question now begins from, because before I go to Sickle, the money person, if you say that Nigeria has the highest body in the world, what would you say is responsible for that? Irresponsible marriages, or irresponsible childbearing, or just people not being conscious of what it is?
Okay, so let's start from yes. Some people are not conscious of their genotype. A lot of people, even in Lagos, don't know their genotype. Now, how do you reduce this? People need to know their genotype. You need to be conscious, because if you are self-aware, you are able to make
enlightened decisions.
Yes, enlightened decisions to help yourself, to help the next person. Now, people think genotype is not what we're talking about, what it is a daily talk, because when you know your genotype, you are able to prevent a lot of things from happening, and you make good marital decisions. But I think it is because people are not conscious enough. There is not enough information out there. People are not even willing to want to understand what it is. That's what we're doing around here. They are doing for situation. So, no, you need to know our genotype. That's what it starts with. When you know your genotype, you make informed decisions.
When you know your genotype, you make informed health decisions, right? And marital decisions. So basically, if we want to blame somebody, it's our parents that we blame.
Sometimes we can blame labs, because labs give wrong results. Some people, we have a lot of people who they've done genotype like 3-4 times, and they say they are ill, only for them to get married and give birth, and they say the child is process happen.
They say they are AS. How does somebody who is AS?
Yeah. So I was on a live video recently, and the woman said, I was going to show my child that Nigeria failed me, because they were telling me I'm AS. You got my child AS person, but she said it was AS. We got to AS like 3 times. And
did she show you proof? of the results?
Well, I think with the she have. But when it was there, I was like, she left the country. And like,
Okay.
when I talk about children. No, but the truth is, yes, genotype. Some people don't even know the first one. Not to talk of say do three. Yeah, because it is advised that you should do your genotype at least 3 times in 3 different locations, lab, hospitals, certified places, so that these things can be right. Now, there is a test that can be done, which is 99.9% accurate. It's called HPLC, which is high performance lipid chromatography. It detects your genotype in percentages and also the hidden genotypes, the hidden genes that you have.
All right, let me come to you, Kaulua. How expensive is it to care for somebody who has a sickle cell disorder? How difficult?
Living with sickle cell doesn't come cheap, because there are a lot of things that ought to be done. Naturally, as a person living, you are supposed to live healthily, eat healthy, do this and do all of that. So now imagine somebody living with sickle cell. You have drugs you take, you have supplements, you have vitamins and all of that. So it doesn't come cheap. And some families have 2-3 kids that have sickle cell. Some even beat the parents.
Oh, really?
It's a case of
No, but for
sometimes
really,
they
you
want
have
to
one child that
try.
has sickle cell, and then
They
you
believe
go
the
have
next
the
will
next
not
one.
have.
Yes, okay, so the thing
Is that a function of our taking things for granted, really, or being really?
no, so I think it's because
Let me not say what I want to say, because then I'm hungry.
okay, you know when we're in school, right?
Yeah.
They should tell us, biology tells us AS. We have
Yeah.
AS,
Yeah.
AS, and
Yeah.
SS. So the first child comes out first, like, okay, let me try it, it can be AA. Because they tell you it is 1 in 4. Right? But truly, now, when AS and AS marry, 1 in 4, but it's 1 in 4 at every pregnancy. For every time you meet, you can have any of the 4 results.
So when they tell you it's 1 in 4, you think because you've had the first one, it was AS, it was ASS, and you now think that
No,
it's
it
just
jump to AS.
I've already.
Nah.
It will jump to A now. Oh, it will not jump to AS now. Next, Abi.
So
Which
they
people
look
came
at
back?
the graphical, not
Are
what
you
the body
kidding me?
says.
No. Okay. So if we're at this point, and Sammy has been supporting people with sickle cell disorder, how does it work?
Okay, this is where we have come in, partnering with Sammy, running the One People Sickle Initiative, which is on a yearly basis. We try to call on Nigerians to donate at least 1,000 naira. If 1,000 people donate 1,000 naira,
That's amazing.
yeah. Because for Sammy, for example, we do clinics on a monthly basis. We
Okay.
drugs to sickle cell warriors.
Free drugs?
Yeah, free drugs. We run tests. We have Sammy has emergency lines for people to call. Just being there.
I know I handed over a particular mentee of mine to you guys last year. No, 2020 during the COVID year.
Advocating and all of that. So Sammy cannot do this alone, and that is why as donators we call on Nigerians to, even beyond the world people, beyond the world people on a monthly basis, whatever you can do, please do. We are doing so much for the sickle cell warriors community. I was going through Sammy profile. They've had over 5,000 beneficiaries in the course of a number of years where Sammy has been doing this. So we can't emphasize it enough. We just keep advocating that please join hands. Let's do it, because it's not really easy dealing with this thing, but we can make it easier for sickle cell warriors.
I just want to look at it this way. Parents can't even afford to feed their children well or take them to the hospital. They now have 2 or 3 warriors in the house. Plus them. Did you say plus the parents?
Yeah, sometimes plus the parents.
Plus the parents.
Sometimes, yeah.
And Sammy takes on all of them, and then you try to. What's the percentage of people with sickle cell in every 100?
Every 100. Every 100. 1 in 4.
Wow.
1 in 4.
Wow. So they're actually many.
There are about According to statistics, we are fighting in Nigeria.
Do you have sickle cell disorder? Oh no. Do you too? No, you don't. Okay, so, and you work for SAMI and you administer.
Yes, so I'm project coordinator for Warrior Rescue and Adoptive Warrior. So Warrior Rescue is like a bridge between patients and the hospital to make sure that the healthcare is good, because some people are falling sick. We don't know how to treat doctors, and doctors do not manage it. So I come, go to the hospital, get to engage with doctors, what's wrong with this person, what are you doing, and so on. So that's the same really. Okay, so do you need a second opinion? Who are the doctors in charge?
Wow.
Who else can help? And so Adoptive Warrior is a platform where we put people in health insurance. Because a lot of warriors, you can't afford medical bills. Right? So
Do they get jobs? Because I want to know what the challenge
do they
is.
get jobs? A lot of people find it hard to get jobs.
Okay, so they don't. Do they get healthcare?
Healthcare is bad. They are not getting good healthcare.
Are there government initiatives to cater to people with sickle cell disorder?
We are working on that because it's hard getting government to come in. But we are working on getting the government to be part of this.
You're still working. So there is no current government, no ministry, no agency of the Ministry of Health.
They are still. They are
So
coming
they're
in.
working on it.
They are coming in.
Is there a department in the tertiary hospitals that caters to
Sickle cell.
sickle cell
Yes,
disorder?
they have the hematology department, because the hematologists are the ones that actually attend to blood disorders.
Okay, so
they are the doctors. They are the
they
doctors.
have the department,
Yes.
but then it's heavily expensive.
It's expensive. Healthcare is not cheap.
And there
For
is
every
no,
time
it's
that
not
you go to-
subsidized by government, even at the
Subsidized.
government hospital.
It is not subsidized. Even to go to government hospital, people can afford, because there's consultation fee. There's no how you go to the hospital anything without running at least two tests.
I feel like scratching my face. So,
So the HMO helps us to put people on health insurance so that
okay.
you are not sick and you don't want to go to hospital because you can't afford it.
So do you have ambulances that carry them to the hospital,
No,
or
so-
does the hospital give you the ambulance?
So we don't have ambulances. Most
Okay.
times they find their way to the hospital, or if they can't, they call, find a way to get them to the hospital.
Okay.
So that's it. So we need more people to donate so that we can put people on health insurance. Because we just put somebody on health insurance and HMO called and said, oh, this person has exceeded the money
The
for
money.
chronic illness. Just one admission.
Wow.
So you don't have to pay out of pocket because it is expensive. So we
So
need people.
I'm getting a picture. So people actually need to support
Yes.
to be a part of it. All right. So I want to say thank you to both of you for being here this morning. They've set it up. Their needs are numerous. People living with a sickle cell disorder have numerous needs, and those needs can only be supported by government or well-meaning Nigerians. They said 1,000 naira is not too small, because if you can do 1,000 naira a month, and it means you've given them 12,000, and if 10 people give 12,000, that's 100. 100, 1,000. Hopefully, we will get more support for Sami. Thank you for the good work you're doing, and please stay healthy. Thanks so much as well. We'll see you again tomorrow morning on the Bumper Breakfast. If you want to reach out to Sami, the number
08077828255 or
Again.
090402011. So the number is 08077828255 or 090402011.
we'll see you again tomorrow morning, bright and early on the Bumper Breakfast. Have a beautiful day, people.